There is nothing special at a 13-12 record. Those are going to be fighting words. I'm just going to let you know right now, okay? For the BWBs, I promise you those are going to be fighting words, okay? Colorado has decided to retire the jerseys of Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter. This is an exciting time, especially if you are a BWB, if you are a bandwagon buff. But wait a minute, there is some opposition. Not everybody is happy about that. We're going to talk about that. But before we do, boom, please do me a favor and smash that subscribe button. Make sure to give me the thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that bell notification so that you can get the videos as soon as I upload it to YouTube. All right, family, I got to go ahead and get into this video real quick. So that's all the business I got. You know what time it is. Let's work. Coach Prime decides to leave Jackson State, and the whole college football universe, the whole sports universe go bonkers. They lose their mind. Oh my goodness. How could he do that? He promised he was going to rescue HBCUs. I can't believe it. This has been going on for a couple of days. I pick up my phone and I just see this thing is trending. I'm like, what is this? I jump in the fray. Keep in mind, I didn't have no football channel. I jump on there and I see this thing trending. I'm like, what are these people talking about? I used to watch Coach Prime at Trinity. What is going on? I had no idea. So I jump in the fray. I make a video. All of a sudden, my phone starts to burn up. Bloop, 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 bloop. Subscribers, 3,000, 4,000. Before you know it, I'm like, oh, shoot. I'm going viral, baby. I'm going viral. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to sensationalize my situation. But I jumped in the fray of Coach Prime going over to Colorado, a predominantly white university institution, whatever you want to call it. So in the midst of all of that, I said, we are BWB. We're Bandwagon Buffs. So I came up with the terminology, the Bandwagon Buffs, is because we didn't know anything. We didn't know anything about Colorado. Nothing. So I started doing videos and stuff like that, educating the fan base. Hey guys, this is the history of Colorado. I didn't even know that a former president of Liberia, President Sirleaf, actually attended Colorado. So much rich history about Colorado. I made videos. Here we are. We're Bandwagon Buffs because Coach Prime came on over, brought Travis Hunter, brought Shedeur, our guys, especially if you are a Bandwagon Buff. So just imagine, I pick up my phone again just last night and I start scrolling. I see this graphic that's right there on your screen, guys. Shedeur and Travis jersey numbers to be retired. Imagine the excitement that I had as a Bandwagon Buff. Keep in mind what a bandwagon buff means, meaning I'm new to this. I'm new to Colorado. I came over with these guys. These are my guys. These are the guys that I know about Colorado. I do not know the rich history of Colorado football. But imagine from a fan perspective, the type of fan I am, imagine I see this graphic, their jerseys are being retired. So the first instinct, my first reaction is, oh my gosh, smile, the two cheekbones go up, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, my guys' jerseys are being retired. I'm excited. I pick up my phone, I do a video, post it. It's got over 1,000 views by now. I'm excited. But hold the phone. It's not just us. It's not just about us BWBs. There was a fan base here at Colorado way before we arrived, way before the BWBs got here. It's a strong fan base. Trust me. I know some of these fans, okay? I've done videos. They're on my page. You can go watch them. The streets are talking. What are Colorado fans saying? I've spoken to some of these fans. They're very passionate about Colorado. They are the blood. They are the ones that stuck it through the ups, the downs, and everything else. Those fans shall be respected fully. So I picked up my phone and I saw another post. It was an opposition person. So, you know, our first inkling, the first thing we want to do is just harp on it like, who's this hater? Who's this hater? He's a hater, right? But I paused and I said, hold up. Let me check this out. So I did a little bit of homework. I checked out who the person was who posted the opposition, and I said, this is worth a discussion. This is family business now. This is family discussion. So Georgia fans and other fans, y'all go deal with your police arrests, all right? Y'all go deal with your issues. Let us Colorado fans, let us BWBs of Bandwagon Buffs, okay, respectfully, let us deal with this within ourselves. So Colorado fans, come to the front of the line. All my BWBs, respectfully, come to the front of the line. Let's have a discussion about this in honest. You feel me? Let's go ahead and pull up the letter. I guess it's a post or a letter he wrote. Let's go ahead and pull that up, and then we'll talk about it. Let's go. The disrespect of history, a legacy betrayed. This comes from Dr. Michael Jones. What we are witnessing at Colorado is not just a decision, it's a serious erasure of our football legacy. The retiring of Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders' jerseys while they just finished playing represents the most flagrant disrespect to the true legends who built CU football from the ground up. Where is the honor of Darian Hagan, a man who led us to a national championship and 3 consecutive Big 8 titles with a 20-0-1? My brother was the heart and soul of Colorado football when we meant something in this country. What about Eric Bieniemy? The man still holds our all-time rushing records with 3,940 yards and 42 touchdowns. A unanimous first-team All-American who carried us on his back to glory. And Alfred Williams, the only Buckets Award winner in our history until Matt Russell, a 2-time All-American who anchored our championship defense. This brother still holds the school record with 35 sacks and 59 tackles for loss. Let's not forget Cordell Stewart, whose miraculous pass against Michigan lives in college football lore. We cannot fail to mention the big uglies that made all of that offense work. Jay Lewenberg, and if I pronounce that incorrectly, please correct me in the comments. I will appreciate it, the OGs that know the name. Jay Lewenberg and Joe Garton impacted the game in such a way that it should never be overlooked or forgotten. The audacity to honor these newcomers before these Buffs who built this program through blood, sweat, and sacrifice is not just wrong, it's injustice masquerading as celebration. He continues, I am not knocking the talent of Hunter and Sanders, but their jerseys hanging next to Rashawn Salam's number 19 before the legends who defined Colorado football, that isn't honor and excellence. That's erasing history. When we dismiss our past so easily, we are telling those who came before that their struggles meant nothing. This decision reveals how far we've fallen from understanding what truly matters: legacy, respect, and honor. If you love Colorado football for what it truly is, not just what it's trying to be, speak up. Our legends deserve better than to be forgotten while we rush to celebrate what's new and shiny. The strength of a program isn't just in its present, it's in how it honors those who built its foundation. Without any bias, whether I'm a BWB or Coach Prime fan or not. Obviously, there are some strong words there from a person that is connected to Colorado. I feel like that was beautifully written. That's somebody who knows how to put words together and evoke emotion. But I ain't gonna stop there. That's not what I do here. You understand what I do here? I dig in. I do a little bit of a deep dive, taking somewhat of a journalistic approach. If you hear that first, without knowing who this person is, Dr. Michael Jones, I wanted to read that first. My first impression would be, he's a hater. Why in the world is he writing this? He's a hater. He doesn't like Shedeur, da-da-da-da. That's before knowing who this person is. So come with me. Let's learn about this person that wrote this. Who is he? This is Dr. Michael Jones. So let me show you the photo of Dr. Michael Jones right there. Keep it locked here. I got some more information about who Dr. Jones is. Dr. Michael J. Jones, senior pastor. Dr. Michael Jones is a renowned pastor, philanthropist, public speaker, father, and friend known for his impactful contributions to the community. A Virginia native, he returned to Richmond from Arizona to pursue his calling in seminary. He holds a Bachelor of Science in Sociology from the University of Colorado, Boulder, where he also was captain of the Buffalo's 1990 Orange Bowl team. Additionally, he is a graduate of the Samuel DeWitt School of Theology at Virginia Union University, holding a Master of Divinity degree and earned a Doctorate of Ministry from the McCormick Theology Seminary in Chicago, Illinois. Notably, Dr. Jones has made significant strides in public service, having been elected to represent the 77th District in the Virginia House of Delegates. His dedication to serving the community extends extends beyond his pastoral responsibilities. Driven by his father's teachings, Dr. Jones has integrated the message of resilience into his conversations, speeches, and sermons. Prior to answering his spiritual calling, he had a successful career with Pepsi Cola and founded his own insurance agency. In 2005, he founded the Village of Faith, a rapidly growing church in the Richmond area. Witnessing his mother's transportation struggles, Dr. Jones initiated the Cars for Christ program, gifting over 65 cars to single mothers from diverse religious and cultural backgrounds. Recognizing disparities in local communities, Dr. Jones ran for City Council of Richmond, ultimately being elected in 2015 and serving as council president. His commitment to equality and opportunity has been a driving force in his public service as he led the fight to remove Richmond's Confederate monuments. Dr. Jones resides in Richmond, Virginia, where he raised his daughter, Jocelyn, a graduate of UNC Chapel Hill, and a son, Jalen, who is in Florida pursuing an NFL career. His unwavering dedication to uplifting others and creating positive change continues to inspire many. Now, they didn't put a picture there, but I searched on Colorado's website, 1989 football roster, number 59, Michael Jones. His height, 6'2", weighed 230, or at the time, right? His hometown is San Diego, California. High school, Samuel Morse. I'm not on Facebook, so don't try to find me, but I saw this video on Facebook. It's trying to get me to log in, but it's actually allowing me to play it. So this is a short video. It's like 1 minute and 41 seconds, just so you can see a little bit about who wrote that letter, what he does in the community, the type of person this is. Before we watch the video, this is from Scott Briscoe. He said, I heard you speak at Coach Mac's funeral. You are an inspirational, whatever that percentage, spiritual in the heart. John Embry said, you are a great man. I believe this is on the continent of Africa. I don't know specifically. Again, if I logged in, I'll probably get more information, but I'm not on Facebook. Don't try to find me. I don't want to be on Facebook. So let's watch.
Hey, we are here. They're offloading the sound equipment because I guess they're going to have a little system. But on there as well, you see in the white bags, that's what's called mealie meal, which in America we call cornmeal. So, Villas, this is all the stuff that we bought. Let me see if I can't walk over here. There's a little dog right there. Hey, puppy. So this is all the mealie meal. Oh, gosh, it is heavy. So, Villas, this is everything that y'all bought. We appreciate it. Appreciate all the support. That's a lot. It's a lot of stuff right there. And so Keisha and Elder Lucy, they went and purchased it, and we hauled it out here. We got some other stuff that we're going to hand out. We got some jackets that we're giving out, all the jackets that we've been collecting for the past, 2-3 months. So Village Love, thank y'all for making this happen. Man, I just can't wait till Lamont puts all the footage together to just show y'all just how blessed this is, man. Dude, people walk. The last video that you saw of the road that we were on, the folk back here, man, they walked that road to get right here today. And so, man, this is ministry. This is awesome ministry. This is what God has called us to do, and we're going to get it done. But again, we couldn't have done it without y'all's support, all right? Hey, Village Love.
If you're online and you see that letter first, your reaction, if you're a BWB, a Bandwagon Buff, whether you consider yourself a Bandwagon Buff or not, you're a Bandwagon Buff if you didn't know Colorado before Coach Prime. I just happened to coin that term at TLP Sports Club because that's what I do. That's my personality. I make things fun. I come up with little catchphrases to try to make things fun. But you're a BWB. If you are a BWB and you see that the first time, especially some of the more sensitive ones that don't really take other people's feelings and the way that they express and their expressions and how they view Colorado, if you're more sensitive, then you jump right to conclusion. Oh my gosh, who is this hater? I wanted to show you these videos and I wanted to read his actual biography so that you can see who is this person that's writing this. This ain't some random person out there into the sphere who just hates Shedeur or Travis. That ain't that. That could have been my initial reaction. I want to have a discussion. I'm going to ask more questions than I have opinions, right? Because my opinion is biased because I am new to Colorado. Like I said, I'm BWB because of Coach Prime. So I'm going to ask more questions, and I do want us to have a conversation in the comments. Let's talk about this. It's important. There are differences of opinions. I'm not telling you that, oh my gosh, the OGs at Colorado, all of them have this sentiment. This is one person. Again, like Dr. Jones says, he's calling on to the legacy folks to speak up and to speak out, right? Because this is a brave move. Deion Sanders have revived the program from the 90s, the glory years. Coach Prime is revered. Coach Prime has an army. I always tell you that on this channel. Coach Prime has a strong army following him. Whatever you do, whatever you say, you best watch what you say or what you do, because that army can come for you. Case in point, I just made a video about Colorado and Coach Prime being linked to Nico Iamaleava, and they came from my head. It's all good. It's okay. This is a discussion that I think deserves some recognition because we are not alone. We are not the only ones. We don't own Colorado as a fan base. There are people here. The Native Americans, the Native Americans were here before us. I'm not by any means telling you that all of them are angry. By the way, let's look at some of the comments under his post. That way, it'll give you some type of indication. I don't know if these people that are commenting are Coach Prime's people or these are longtime Colorado fans. I don't know that, but let's read some of them so that you can get some type of indication of what some people are saying about his comment. Posted this at 11:07 p.m. April 14, 2025. So far, it's got 4,428 views. And let me just let you know, that is no indicator to say that, oh my gosh, there's only 4,000 people, nobody cares, it's not important. I just told you who this person is. So if this person is speaking out, there are going to be like-minded folks, but he's just one of the brave ones. This ain't no popular position. There are things in society where you can speak against when you see something going wrong or when you see something happening. You can decide to interject yourself in the conversation and either shine light on it or decide to just stay silent. Not everything is going to be popular. And if you are just someone who you wait until everything is popular before you interject yourself into it, before you try to shine light, then maybe that's the type of person you are. But like Dr. Jones, he's being brave. This is brave in a sense that this could be seen as somebody trying to step on it and a hater. But does Dr. Michael Jones's voice, does it matter? Right? Sharon Jamison says, I appreciate your opinion. However, why has no action been taken? Their legacies are important and need to be honored. But why didn't anyone initiate a campaign to retire their jerseys? Why didn't anyone advocate for them before today? Is Coach Prime responsible for all the players who ever played in the program? That's an interesting take. Michael Jones responds and he says, it should not be up to the head coach alone. There should be a panel that looks at it or sets up a standard on what the qualifications are. They do it for the CU Football Hall of Fame. I understand the Heisman, but Sanders is not the best QB in CU history. There is nothing special at a 13-12 record. Those are going to be fighting words. I'm just going to let you know right now, okay? For them BWBs, I promise you those are going to be fighting words, okay? Then these blue checks don't matter anymore. People just paying their money. I don't know why they're doing that, but okay. If you're paying for it, it ain't special, okay? Truly despicable take on so many levels, okay? Somebody's feeling some kind of way. OGD Wade, everyone has an opinion. Thanks for sharing yours. See, some people out there, they understand. Not everybody's just like, oh my God, he's a hater. From Arnold Chavez, Hunter has a Heisman. Sanders has multiple school records. Both have awards and they brought relevancy to the school. They increased the economy in Boulder. Salem could never celebrate his number being retired. So I have no problem and most CU fans with them doing this. Okay. Donnie says, you should have been fighting harder to get the former greats' legacies enshrined like you feel they deserve. Instead, you chose to be and moan with the likes of Chad Brown and others on your little group chats as the Buffs fell into irrelevance. Strong opinions out here, guys. Just a couple more. At Dr. Mike Jones, sounds like a great campaign for you to head up since you think Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders, who just brought CU from the pits of college football to one of the most watched and supported teams in college football, plus Travis Hunter won the Heisman in 2024. So yes, they. Okay. Antonio said, why aren't y'all campaigning to get the numbers retired? I agree. It's too soon, but Travis for sure deserves it immediately. Saying you're not knocking their talent, but still knocking it in the same post indirectly. Be mad at the previous admin and yourselves. All right, let's do the last one. All right, Sharon comes back again. I think this is the same Sharon Jameson. How is the past being dismissed, diminished, or erased? And how does honoring newcomers diminish the contributions of others? The injustice is that little was done to honor the other players. Minimizing the impact of number 2 and number 12 doesn't invalidate the sacrifices of others. Okay, Shady says, Sharon is all over the place. The Shady ones, with a name like the Shady ones, where you gonna go from there, right? Those guys should be retired and should have been long ago. Why has no one done the work to make this happen? Sharon again. Finally, the betrayal wasn't by the current players or fan base. The newcomers didn't disrespect or dishonor the legends. Perhaps it was all of us who failed and betrayed the legends by not ensuring they were honored years and decades ago, but we can now. Okay, Sharon. Sharon is an open-minded person. I see you, Sharon. So Sharon is pretty open-minded. The type of people that I like, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody who's open-minded, who doesn't throw shots, personal name callings, you know what I'm saying? Calling somebody a B. I know he a pastor, but something look like he about that business, okay? He may be saved, but Dr. Jones look like he about that life. So be careful who you calling a B online. I'm just saying, you know, some people just don't care. They're hiding behind that keyboard. They're throwing jabs. They're throwing names out there, calling you a B. Some people take that personal. Well, you feel me? You can't just call everybody a B because somebody might just show up. I'm just saying, I ain't trying to promote violence. I'm just saying, be careful with your public discourse and dialogue. If you're going to have a dialogue, be respectful. Just say what you got to say without getting too personal. That's my dig with some people. They just get wrapped up emotionally. Just way too emotional and too sensitive. Calm down. It ain't that serious, my guy. At the end of the day, the work that Dr. Jones is doing in Africa and around the world, being a councilman, doing everything that he's doing, starting cars for moms, giving out cars to the elderly, that's the type of work that really matters at the end of the day. These type of situations, we can deal with them with honor, respect. Yes, a few words in the way that he's going about it. When somebody feels as emotionally as Dr. Jones feels being the captain of the Orange Bowl in 1990, right? When they feel that emotion, you got to let them be able to get that out. How do you feel about this? The new guys, are there any old heads out there? I got some OGs around here. Wild Dog, how do you feel? All of you old heads, how do y'all feel? For the more level-headed people like Sharon, if we can set aside our emotional connections with Shedeur Sanders, Travis Hunter, Coach Prime, and what he has done, what Dr. Jones expressed, does it warrant our attention? Should we look at it? Is it fair to say? But do you feel like the names that he suggested, do you feel like those names deserve some recognition? Their jerseys being retired. If Colorado only has one natty, then the people that drove them to that natty, do they deserve the respect of getting their jerseys retired? Or at least the best players, the instrumental players that made that happen, do they deserve their jerseys being retired? Wild Dog, how do you feel? Because I know that you an OG. When I got to Boulder, those people that I interviewed, those true CU fans that know the history of this university, how do y'all feel? Don't worry about us for 1 second. Leave us alone for just a second. How do y'all feel? Us Bandwagon Buffs, we're going to ride and die with Shedeur Sanders. We're going to go with them to the NFL. Travis Hunter, we're going to go with them to the NFL. We're going to ride this thing all the way out. We're biased to them. We're biased to Coach Prime because we just got here. We don't know your history. We don't know the ups and downs, the tears, the breaking down of the goalposts and those moments that you guys had. We are not familiar with all of that. We don't know the fight song. We don't have that history. We don't have that thing that you have inside of you that if Coach Prime is no longer here and some of us are gone, you will still be here. When everybody leaves the stadium, when everybody's gone home, you will still be sitting there taking it all in. You will still be in the midst of that stadium. You will be the last person sitting there and somebody's going to say, hey man, you got to go. We got to clean up this place. You will still be there. You will still be holding that flag. You will still be toting the flag and you will still be waving it around Colorado, CU. You believe CU. How do you feel about this? Do you feel it's fair what Dr. Jones is displaying? If we can just forget for a second the manner in which he did it. Some would say, why don't y'all have a conversation? Because Dr. Jones is followed by most of the CU alums, if you go to his Twitter page. Some will say, well, why didn't you just reach out and y'all had this conversation? Why are we having this conversation in public? Why did you put this out in public? Sometimes you do have to. Sometimes you have to put it out there. Coach Prime made it known after he told us that he was not going to leave CU. He had no interest in the NFL. Coach Prime made a conscious decision during his contract negotiation to put out in public that he may consider going to the NFL if. The if was he could coach Travis Hunter and Shedeur and possibly Shiloh, because he's the third wheel that nobody wants to talk about. I feel like he's definitely a viable player and he's instrumental. He deserves a spot on the NFL team. That's a whole nother argument. But he put that out there. Why didn't he keep that in-house? Why did he make that public? Because there is a conversation to be had. When you put it out there in public, you're the brave one. You're taking a stance. The Me Too movement started just like that. Somebody had to be brave. Somebody had to take a stand and put it out there. Whether you like the vehicle or not, is the journey worth it? Can you respect the journey? Can you respect the folks that were here before? Can you respect those players? And do you think that the players that he highlighted deserve it? And also, that campaign starts now. Now they must talk about it. That's the conversation that we all must have, because before you can be enshrined or assimilate into the fabric of Colorado football and history, you have to respect the people that came before you. That's why when I got here as a content creator, I made videos about the history. Go look on my channel. There are several videos about the history of Colorado because we're new here. We needed to know the lay of the land, so I provided that for a lot of people. So we have to respect the people that were here before us that went through the ups and downs. We're still going through it, but this is our journey now. This is how we see it now. I'm biased. I celebrate Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter's jerseys being retired. I have no dig in that game because I don't know that game. I don't know the history enough to even have an opinion. I don't know that history, but I can make a case for my guys because right now they have put Colorado on the national map and they have inserted Colorado into the national conversations. Being the quarterback at the helm, does Shedeur deserve his jersey to be retired next to Travis Hunter's? Yes, because Shedeur was the general. Shedeur's a fighter. Shedeur made all of this happen. His accuracy, his decision-making, his maturity. Without him and another quarterback, none of this is possible. You retire his jersey, even though a 13 and some number is not greatness, but I think it's the nuances. Just like Coach Prime deserving $10 million, it's the nuance that you have to consider. Not everything is going to be about the record. Some things are in between. And I believe that's why you retire the jersey. So nobody else is going to wear number 2 and nobody else is going to choose number 12 because their impact changed the trajectory of Colorado football in recent history. Now, let's have a discussion and let's make a case for the history before them. I'll see you in the comments and I'll see you on the next video. Peace. I'm out.